Alright guys, welcome to episode 14 of the M. Night Shyamalan review series. This is old, from 2021. So now, setting aside his epic saga that he created with the Unbreakable series and Split and Glass, he goes back to make another thriller with a unique concept once again. The idea behind this film: a group of tourists get put on a beach that they cannot leave because they'll pass out, but they soon realize that they are aging rapidly. Like, they're aging hours or years in single hours. And it's a pretty cool idea. And there's some really disturbing things that he tackles in here. But let's just get right into the review. Yeah, I have to say I was pretty disappointed with this movie. I was definitely disappointed with this film. This film has classic Shyamalan issues with it. First things first, the acting in this movie is very bad across the board, and I didn't like any of it whatsoever. I thought all the characters were bad, and that really took me out of this movie, because it's a great concept and there's some really cool things that occur in here, but the characters were not good, and that just took me out of it the entire time. I didn't care about anything that was going on, and there were some plot holes that I'll get into in the spoiler review that I didn't really fully get. I thought there were some really cool ideas that he did utilize, like a girl aging and then getting pregnant. Again, these Shyamalan movies are hard to talk about, and at least this one is too, because there's a lot of spoilers. I might just jump into that soon after I give my rating. Each of the characters, the way it was even written, the dialogue, it was not good. It was not good at all. And then the plot twist at the end, or I guess the reveal, was very weak. There was two little reveals, and one was weak because it wasn't set up at all throughout the movie, or at least I don't recall it, even though this is my second time watching it, so I was kind of looking out for the setup of this twist. I didn't really see too much of it. Didn't like that. And then the reason why everything is occurring, I didn't like. I like, that was a better twist than the first one, but it was like, like, whatever. I guess I see what you're going for, but I didn't care for it. I felt like each of the scenarios that the people went through was cool and fascinating, from getting cut and or pregnant and stuff like that. It just happened too quickly, and it never really went too deep into it and into any situation. And I felt like there was a lot more that could have been done with each situation, and everything was very shallow level for a film that could have been very disturbingly deep. I'm just going to give you my rating for this film. It's unfortunately a D-, and I was looking forward to this movie because the concept is so great. So this movie's a D-. It's definitely one of his weaker films that he had come out with. But let's get right into the spoilers. The scene that sticks out to me that lacks depth, that I think should have been a lot deeper and more disturbing. So the two little kids are aging rapidly, a boy and a girl, and they end up, the girl ends up getting pregnant by the boy as she ages rapidly, and there was an entire scene of her giving birth and all. I just didn't feel the stakes. This is the one film I didn't feel a lot of tension for. I think this was his weakest film when it comes to suspense and tension. And that scene should have been so intense, and it wasn't when she was giving birth. And then what immediately occurred afterward, the baby died, and she's just holding on to the baby the entire time, and then she's kind of going crazy. Like, it just, nothing was real. I felt like these characters were so over the top, and nothing was there was no depth to much of it. The way the son was going crazy over the dead baby, and it was just over the top, and I didn't buy into any of the character motivations throughout the movie. The big twist in the movie is that to escape this island to this beach, because they keep passing out, is to swim underneath coral. That's just not good. Like, and the way they had the answer in their pocket the entire time, because a little boy from the resort, whose father works at the resort, said to basically swim underneath the coral, and they didn't look at that paper until the next day, until they were like 50 years old, the boy and girl. They swim underneath the coral and escape, and then it's revealed that they're put on this island because the people that are put there have sicknesses and illnesses that they're trying new medicines on. They give them a new medicine to see how it affects their bodies. So when they get put on the island, they start rapidly aging to see what kind of side effects occur, to see if the medicines work. So for example, there's a lady who had seizures. They gave her a seizure medicine, and she didn't have a seizure for like a long time. I think it was an equivalent to 18 years without a seizure after he's taken that one medicine. And it was a neat idea to explore, of sacrificing these people for the greater good. But I felt like it came out of left field. Like there was some stuff that at least revealed that. I think that was a better twist. But at the same time, it just wasn't. I didn't buy into any of the film before that, so it made it a lot harder to buy into that twist. Maybe if I bought into the entire film and it was really well acted and all that, and there was good tension and suspense, that may have been a very good twist. But it just didn't have that boom, that oomph payoff like I'd want to see in a Shyamalan movie. I remember seeing it in theaters. I thought the same. Like my opinions were exactly the same that I saw in theaters like a couple years ago, whenever it came out. I did not like it less. I did not like it more. It's a D-. So that's it for this review series. We have one more film. It's the new film coming out, Knock at the Cabin 2023. I'm looking forward to that one, and I'll see you then.